Hi, I'm going to tell you all about aeroplane vocabulary and what would help you when you're going to go on an aeroplane. Let's look at some of the verbs. So we have, this is what you do as a person. So you board the aeroplane, you get on the aeroplane, or get on. Yeah, you disembark or you get off the aeroplane. We fasten our seat belts, which is the security when we close our seat belts around our waist. And we unfasten our seat belts. So these are the verbs for the people. And now we have the verbs for the aeroplane. So when you get in the aeroplane and they're taking you to where the aeroplane will take off, so to the runway, it's called to taxi. So it's kind of driving along. To take off is when the aeroplane goes up into the air. To land is when the aeroplane goes down to the earth again. And obviously, to fly is what we do in the aeroplane. So those are verbs. Let's look at some vocabulary which is in the aeroplane when we get on. So when we get on the aeroplane, we go to our seat. And in your seat you have an armrest, which is this part which closes and goes up and down to separate the seats and make you comfortable. Then we have the fold down table, which is the part in the seat in front of you, which whoop, comes down to eat on, and then we put it back up again. So it's the fold down table. Then we have the pocket, which is in the seat in front of you, where they have the magazines and a bag and, I don't know, information. The next is the overhead locker, where we're going to put our suitcase, if it's a very small one, but not too heavy, where we keep our luggage above, our hand luggage above. The seat belt, I've already mentioned that we fasten our seat belt and then we unfasten it. And then when we're going to take off, they always ask you to put your back of your seat in the upright position. Then we have in our pocket in front of us, in the seat in front, we have our in-flight magazine. Then we have our in-flight entertainment. Now with modern planes, you can have a film just for you, or you could have on the screen for everybody. Then we have snacks and drinks, so food and drinks. And we also could have duty free if it's international flights. And we have in-flight shopping if it's within one country or one tax area. So some more words. Let's talk about some words for security that help us to be safe. So at the beginning, when we get on the aeroplane, we have a safety demonstration when the air stewards or the cabin crew do the directions for the emergency exits. Right? So safety demonstration, right? Then we have our safety instruction card, which is in the seat pocket in front of you. Then we have the oxygen masks, which come down and we put them on. And adjust means to change, yeah? We adjust the oxygen masks. Then we have our life jacket. On our life jacket, we have a whistle. So we have a tube, which is a little piece of plastic, which we blow in to add more air to our life jacket. We have a toggle, which is a piece of plastic that we pull to inflate, so make the life jacket full of air, inflate. And we have the clasp or fastener. We also have, in case of emergency, we have emergency lighting, which comes on the floor in a luminous pathway. If there's a big emergency, you may have to go down an evacuation slide where you shouldn't wear your heels, the high heel shoes. Then we have the emergency exits that might be over the wing. And we have this turbulence, which means when the plane is bouncing around and is uncomfortable with the wind. What are the names of the people who work on the plane? So the people who fly the plane, so they drive the plane, are the pilots, and they are divided into two sections. We have the captain, who is in charge and in command of everybody on the aeroplane, and we have the first officer, who is the second in command. And these together are called flight crew. Then the people who help you when you're in the cabin of the aeroplane are called the cabin crew. Now, there's been lots of different names for them as fashions have changed. The old-fashioned name is air hostess or host, but we don't use that anymore. It's cabin crew or flight steward or stewardess for a woman. And the person who is in charge of all these people and in more or less will help you with any problems in the airplane is the purser, so the chief steward or the leader.